Hi, I'm Jane. I quit my cybersecurity career on February 28th, 2025, which is like a week ago. And I didn't think that I would ever have to talk about cybersecurity ever again. And then, a few days ago, my YouTube channel was the target of a bot attack, which is like definitely not what I expected. But when it happened, I realized that the way that I responded to it was not normal because I have all this experience. And I was thinking that I should probably tell you guys what I did and how I responded to it because maybe it'll help someone out there. I certainly wish that I had found someone like me when I was going through it, if that makes sense. The last day of my corporate career, I met all of the requirements to make money on YouTube, and that'll be important later. I made $3.11 on March 5th, so I'm rich now. Yep. The next morning, I woke up, and I had this huge surge of subscribers, what people would only dream of. I had like a couple thousand more than when I went to sleep the night before. It just didn't seem right, so I looked at the analytics, and there was a very suspicious trend immediately. Usually, your views and your watch hours and your subscribers follow roughly the same curve in roughly the same shape. On my two latest videos, they didn't follow that pattern. There was a massive spike that didn't make any sense. And that spike only existed in my subscriber plot. And at the same time, I was getting flooded with bot comments that said wow or nice, or they were just copying the most popular comments under that video. And the first thing that I thought was, if I can't stop this and this keeps happening, I'm not going to be able to find the comments of the real people who want to talk to me. And the thought of that, I hate to give credit to whoever launched this attack, but the thought of that was so sad. And then because I'm selfish, I also cared about my watch time. My watch time for these two videos started to tank. If accounts are going to your videos but they don't actually watch the video, then that video is basically killed. I went into my YouTube studio. I set the two videos that were being attacked to unlisted. And the subscribers and the likes and the comments just were still flooding in. So then I set both of the videos to private. You go to the link, it won't work. As soon as I did that, everything stopped. No fake subscribers, no fake comments, no likes. It was just dead silent. So that was pretty interesting. So then I took one of the videos that was being attacked and I put it back on unlisted where the link still works. As soon as I did that, the subscribers started flooding in again. So now I knew for sure that there's some person out there in the world who gave, I don't know if it's a bot company or a click farm or whatever it is, someone took the URL of those two videos and made it possible for fake subscribers to arrive on my account, which was very eerie. That doesn't really happen randomly. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to find it. I'm going to figure out what's going on. My answer is not going to be super satisfying because I know I did not track down the exact person who did that. That would take some time, but I will tell you how to do it. So I went to my YouTube studio again. I went to the engagement page. Which websites are directing traffic to these two videos? So as you would expect, you see Google on there, maybe Facebook or WhatsApp or Android messaging. And there were two websites that looked very weird. They were just spelled differently. They didn't seem like real words. One of them was very long and had a bunch of subdomains attached. I went to the second video that was getting attacked, and both of those domains were listed under those videos. The first thing I would do is go to virustotal. Virustotal is what used to be a vendor, but Google bought it a long time ago. And they have a relatively up-to-date database on what's dangerous. I don't know the inner workings of Google security, but my guess is if they're going to block a website, they're probably going to block a website that virustotal has saved as malicious. But the way that virustotal would know that to begin with is because it's connected to intelligence from all around the world, from security vendors to government information. There are all different ways to get cybersecurity information about what's dangerous or not, put it together and summarize it. There are some websites that kind of hack you as soon as you go on them on your computer. So it's better to just check first. The next thing you can do is you can go to archive.org. And this is also not perfect, but it's worth doing. You can paste in a website, any website you want, into archive.org, and it can show you past screenshots of the website. And then you don't have to go to the website on your computer. But the bad thing is archive.org is not super up to date. You might not have a screenshot from any recent history, and if these websites are super malicious, a lot of times they're made pretty fresh and made in the last year because the last one was taken down, so someone had to come up with a new one. The other way that you can open a website safely is you can set up a virtual machine without very much technical background, and then you can open up a website inside there. But there's a small chance that if something is so dangerous and you open it up in a virtual machine, it can escape out of the virtual machine into your real computer, which is terrifying. But that's pretty rare, so a lot of people just settle with that. And the other thing you can do is open a website with a device that you never use. However, you'd want to use it in conjunction with internet that no one ever uses too. Because if you open something dangerous, but you're using your home wireless router, the router can get hacked and then hack your other devices. So things get really dangerous really quickly. Basically, the story is, I actually caution you and would advise that you don't go to a website if you think it's dangerous. Because there's just too many ways for you to get hacked, and if the website is too dangerous, it kind of isn't really worth it. So now I have two domains. I have two websites that are clearly a little fishy. What do I do with them? So what I would do is I would type them into ICANN, because ICANN is a nonprofit organization that is global. They are in charge of allowing websites to exist. You can't just make a website out of thin air. You have to go to someone and pay them money. And that someone is called a domain registrar, and ICANN makes sure that the domain registrars in the world meet certain requirements and rules. So I typed these domains into ICANN, and I found out that one of them registered with GoDaddy, which is a very famous domain registrar that I'm aware of since I'm in the US. And the second website that was suspicious registered with a Singaporean domain registrar named Gname. The good thing about these registrars is they have abuse contacts that you can email. So I emailed GoDaddy and Gname. If they abide by ICANN policy, then they need to look into this. And then the next thing I did is I went to Google support. And I'm very lucky that I could do that because I just qualified for the YouTube Partner Program because of all of you, because of your support, because of that video that's actually being attacked right now. And I said, hey, I believe I'm experiencing a targeted bot attack. This is what I found. Can you please escalate the domains to the Google security team? And they just said send a feedback form. So I went to the feedback form in the settings under YouTube Studio, and then I sent a nice email and I said, these are the URLs being attacked and these are the URLs that are sending traffic to me. Can you please escalate this to the Google security team? And in a normal, mature company with a real cyber team, there should be people who can look at computer traffic, who can look into these domains and figure out if they're suspicious enough to take action. I don't have time to go and find out who really did this, but you technically could. What you would do is you'd probably just go backwards. So you can go to the domain registrars, and I guess if you have legal reason, I guess if you're working with law enforcement, I would imagine, I don't know for sure, but I would imagine that you can ask the domain registrars for enough data so that you can find the people who own the websites that conduct the bot attacks. And then from those people, you could probably figure out who paid them. Was it a crypto wallet? Was it from a phone? Was it from a credit card? Was it from a bank account? Was it from a computer? And after that, it's pretty trivial for law enforcement or government agencies, as far as I know, to trace that back to a real person. I hope that gives you some comfort that if someone's really launching a bot attack against you, they are a criminal and they can be found. This is what I would say to someone who's launching another bot attack against me. It doesn't last very long because I can stop it and then the algorithm will just delete what you did. You might want to just do something that's a little bit more impressive so that we can clap.